Hello class, so today we're going to start our new curriculum for college algebra, and this is the first lesson from the first unit. And today we're going to talk about number lines and interval notation. We've been familiar with different kinds of notation to describe different sets of numbers, right? A set of numbers is just a group of numbers. For instance, I can write something like this. My numbers, x, are in between let's see, 0 and 4. And specifically this is saying x is greater than 0 but less than 4. Or if I want to express a slightly different set, and I'll show you the difference. This is saying x is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 4. Now, what's the difference? We might want to ask yourself, what is the difference? Well, this one on the right includes 0 and 4 because it's or equal to. This one on the left does not include 0, 4. So it's all the numbers that you get infinitely close to 0 and 4, like 0.000000001 and 0.333 or 3.9999999, but not those actual numbers themselves. So it does not include 0 and 4. We should be familiar with this notation. I think this is the notation that was generally used a lot in Algebra 3-4 last year. But I would like to talk about interval notation. So if we have a set of numbers, let's use the 0 and 4 again. And I'm going to use this one to show you. We have x is greater than 0 but less than 4. The interval notation, I'll write this up top. We would just write as parentheses. Now, it will look like an ordered pair on a graph, but it's not. It's not an ordered pair on a graph. We would say that x goes from 0 to 4 or just from 0 to 4. Now notice I used parentheses on this. If, for instance, I was talking about something like this, where x is greater than or equal to or less than or equal to a couple numbers, say 0 and 4, we wouldn't use parentheses, we would use instead brackets. And brackets have corners to them like that. So 0, 4, and then end bracket. So an example here, I guess those were examples, but an example here would be, say if we have x is greater than 2 but less than or equal to 5, in interval notation we would write it as parenthesis or open parenthesis 2 because it's not or equal to, comma 5, and then bracket because it is equal to. So that's all you really need to know for interval notation. Now let's talk about number lines. Number lines it's a graphical way of displaying numbers. And we don't have two axes on a number line. We only have one. And so a number line you can think, let me just get this nice. Number line would look something like this, where you have 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. Hopefully we've all seen something like this before. And actually I'm going to extend this a little further to 5, or past 5 I guess. Because we're going to use this example up here. How would I write this down in a number line? This from 2 to 5, and including 5. Well, I would find my 2 points my 2 and 5, and 2 is right here. Now since 2 is not included, I'm going to draw an open circle on it. However, 5 is included, so I'm going to draw a circle, but I'm going to fill that circle in, and then I'm going to connect these 2 points. I guess I'll make it a little thicker. There we go, so you can tell. So that's how I would display that. Open circle. So I guess we can write that. Open circle is when we have a less than sign or a parenthesis, and it does not include. Closed circle is when we have an or equal to or a bracket, and it does include. And I guess I could draw, I guess we all know what an open and closed circle looks like, right? But just in case. There we go. So let's do one more example, and we'll call it a day for the notes. Say that I have something like from -3 to up to equal to 2. And I want to both write this in interval notation, and I want to draw it on a number line. Well, interval notation, this on the left side is going to be a parenthesis. This on the right side is going to be a bracket. So it's just going to be -3, 4 bracket. And then on the number line, we'll just do the exact same thing. And you don't always, when drawing a number line, you don't always have to fill in all the numbers. A lot of times I will just fill in the numbers that I need. For instance, from -3 to 4, it can be arbitrary like that. But what can't be arbitrary is whether it's open or closed. So at -3, it doesn't include it, so that's going to be an open circle. And at 4, it does include 4, so that's going to be a closed circle. And I'm just going to connect them just like that. And I guess I'll make it a little thicker just so you guys can tell that I've connected them. And there you have it. That is the number line and interval notation. Have a good day.